So, I don't know if you guys believe in cosmic coincidences. I like to call them synchronicities, sort of where event A and event B happen in rather close proximity to one another, where it couldn't be confirmation bias that you noticed event B. It was like too good to be true. It's like you broke some code in the matrix. I had something like that happen to me today. I guess I should explain using the example. I was in an Uber, and me and the Uber driver were just like chit-chatting, talking about random stuff. And if you're an Uber driver for me, eventually Sohum in the backseat is going to ask you, what kind of music do you listen to? And it just so happened that like at that time I was scrolling through my phone. You guys can find it in the description of my videos, this like master reaction sheet that shows the entire list of every reaction I've ever done, as well as like what reactions have been requested and are coming up. So I tend to look at this list and kind of schedule like what reactions I'm going to do when. I'm asking him, what is his favorite music, and I'm scrolling down on my list, and then I see the triple reaction we're going to be doing today, which is all to the Grateful Dead. The songs are Brokedown Palace, Cumberland Blues, and Sunrise. So I'm reading these three names to myself while he's like answering the question. As I'm reading Cumberland Blues, he says to me, well, lately I've been listening to a lot more Grateful Dead. Already that alone was enough to blow my mind. But then he got more specific. He said, it's been a while since I've listened to the Grateful Dead, but as of late, I've been really listening to Cumberland Blues. And when I tell you my mind actually exploded, like shivers immediately went up my spine. It felt like my world was collapsing. It was like what is that term? It was like imploding and exploding at the same time. And I was like freaking out. So I told him, I'm like, bro, you have no idea what just happened. This was the most insane thing ever. For whatever reason, he didn't think it was that cool or insane to happen. But I mean, is this not the most insane thing to ever happen at the same time? I'm sure you guys will have very poignant explanations for why this event could have occurred, but I'm mind blown. So that is like the headspace I'm going into this reaction with, as Cumberland Blues will be the second song we check out. But that is all thanks to Jeffrey the Warm-Hearted for making this specific donation request. Thank you so much, Jeffrey. You've contributed to my brain being broken outside of doing these reactions as well. Appreciate you, boss. Now, let's jump in. We're going to start with Brokedown Palace.
Fare you well, my honey.
Oh, this is like honey to my ears.
Fare you well, my only true one. All the birds that were singing are flown, except you alone.
Wow, that harmony. This is exactly what I needed today.
Going to leave this broke down palace on my hands and my knees. I will roll, roll, roll. Make myself a bed by the waterside. In my time, I will roll, roll, roll. In a bed by the waterside, I will lay my head.
I love the gradual rising in that melody. Da 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 da.
In a bed by the waterside, I will lay my head. Listen to the river sing sweet songs to rock my soul. River, going to take me, sing me sweet and sleepy.
Wow.
Sing me sweet and sleepy all the way back
love the singing in this so much.
It's a far gone lullaby sung many years ago. Mama, mama, many worlds I've come since I first left home.
It's a song about like loss of like accepting the inevitable, of exploration of the beyond. It's such a graceful way to go, is the way that they're singing in Brokedown Palace. It just feels like true acceptance, and it's scary to accept that reality where we won't be here forever. But they do so with a smile on their face, with beautiful melodies that just lull us into that inevitable sleep.
Mama, mama, many worlds I've come since I first left home. Going home by the waterside, I will rest my bones. Listen to the river sing sweet songs to rock my soul. Gone to plant a weeping willow.
Wow.
On the bank's green edge, it will grow. Sing a lullaby beside the water. Lovers come and go, the river roll, roll, roll. Fare you well, I love you more than words can tell. Listen to the river sing sweet songs to rock my soul. Do-do-do.
That is a great, great song. That I feel like that could be in any movie where there's like some loss, some sadness. That is just a remarkably beautiful song, sung beautifully by everybody. I loved the harmonies and these rather simple melodies, but these lyrics are, I wouldn't even say hauntingly beautiful. They're just hopeful and beautiful. They're serene and beautiful, tranquil and beautiful. You know, I wanted to make this comment because I think it's just in line with synchronicities. This is reminding me of several other songs that like I have more experience with. There's a song by, I think it's Vitamin C, called Graduation. Da, 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 da. That song is a sad, nostalgic song about relationships after like high school. It's a very different song lyrically, but somehow I get a lot of similar melodic feeling from this mix and that mix. And that song is a beautiful song in its own right. It just feels, they talk about very different things. And then there's another song too, by, I think it's Panic at the Disco. God, I can't imagine there's much crossover between the Grateful Dead fandom and Panic at the Disco's fandom. But there's one song, I think it's Sarah Smiles or The Ballad of Mona Lisa, one of those two. That has a trumpet outro that also kind of reminds me a bit of what I'm hearing in Brokedown Palace. all of that to say, it's just like interesting how music can deliver us into different times and places in our lives, even if it doesn't have anything to do with an existing memory about that same content. Like, I didn't have to hear Brokedown Palace in the past to have that connection again now in the future. I'm able to have a connection to other pieces of music with this track. Man, you know that this is a random kind of aside now, but you know that saying that like we're only using 40% of our brain's matter, and like we have another 60% of our brain that's just like locked even to us. Listening to music like this with a completely open mind, it feels like I'm accessing more parts of my brain. It feels like I'm able to use my brain almost as a teleportation device, where I'm like simultaneously accessing both periods of my life, when I had discovered the song by Vitamin C and Panic at the Disco, and where I'm discovering Brokedown Palace today. This moment now feels like I can predict it to be a moment of deja vu later for me in the future. That may be one of the weirdest set of sentences I've put together as of late, but hey, this has been a weird day, okay? It's time for Cumberland Blues. Oh man, maybe I'm gonna be in the Uber now. Very bouncy. This is not what I expected this to sound like. Where's Cumberland anyways?
I can't stay much longer, Melinda. The sun is getting high. I can't help you with your trouble if you won't help with mine.
Feels like a steam engine.
I gotta get down. I gotta get down. I gotta get down to
I cannot. I'm so surprised that this would be the song that he would have on repeat. I guess he didn't say it would be on repeat for him. He said that he was just listening to it a lot again. It's an interesting one to choose. I don't even know which genre this is exactly. Steamtown? No. Some steam funk? I don't know what it's called. Wow. I'm kind of mind blown right now.
just one more night. I can't sleep here no more. A little bell clock says 7:45. You kept me up till 4. I gotta get down, I gotta get down, or I can't work there no more.
So he's no longer working at the mine. It's interesting because like the way that this is like panned for me, it's like I hear bright guitar on my left headphone and then like a guitar up front and forward, then a bit of keys on my right, but like kind of low right, and then this like bass line is like underneath me. It's so interesting. understand now. That whole sequence, that entire sequence, I understand now why he listens to Cumberland Blues. I don't even have the words to express the way that like felt in my brain. I have no idea. That was such a surreal experience, that last minute. This song is such an interesting listen when you like change which instrument you focus on, because sometimes I'll do this when I listen to the Grateful Dead. I will choose one instrument for a section to focus on just based on whatever feels right in that moment. Other times I will let go and just let whatever instrument grab my attention do its thing. And for me, I'm sort of able to do a hybrid now, where I'm able to select one or two instruments at a time and focus on them, but also then let go of those two in particular, or one in particular, and feel the overall fluidity of the track. And I was doing that a lot in that like 1 minute stretch where I said that felt surreal, and doing it even now, it creates this like crater of a feeling when you're focusing on the guitar, but then like a bigger bassier feeling when you're focused on the bass, for example, and it feels like, wow, the world is above me. Just try to focus on each of these individual instruments as we go forward today, and see if that changes the way you interpret the songs. You can focus on guitar here, you can focus on bass here, and then let go and then focus on it all. But be very intentional. Wow, that song, with all that's happened today, feels like such a surprise, but a welcome one, because in the end it worked so well. I wasn't as convinced about it in the first 2 minutes. I was honestly like super surprised, and maybe I was expecting not to really like or prefer this song to what we heard initially with Brokedown Palace. But then the way, again, the song just kind of like accelerated in the middle, for me, that is an experience for sure. I'm also trying to think of another analogy that might make sense if what I was saying before didn't really hit. God, I don't know. The best example, which is already like not the best example I could ever give, but the best example I'm currently capable of giving it is if you've seen the movie Interstellar, and you remember the scene where, and spoilers, Matthew McConaughey is traveling through the fourth dimension, and he's like reaching his hand through the space-time wall that allows him to see into the past where Murph's room is, and he's like taking his hand and like moving time, or the needle on the watch is like a thread in time, and he's like pulling on it. He's able to like move his hand. Okay, hopefully I described that well enough. It's like I'm able to reach into the space-time of this song and like with my hand kind of parse out which threads I want to pull on, and then I pull on like the guitar and the bass thread, and then my focus goes towards that, and I let go, and then I'm focused on all of it. My attention is fully evenly dispersed across the entirety of that space-time wall. And then again, I can grab in, reach in for something else, and feel what that feeling is more acutely, and then still have the reference of everything else around it. And maybe I should have stopped talking. I don't know. I think I've confused all of you at this point. All I can say is I'm enjoying myself very much. Let's check out Sunrise. Got some Donna action. Oh, I like that vocal melody. Is it just Donna? Oh, I'm pretty sure it is Donna on lead, this song. This melody. What poetry, cutting it with a feather, with cutting the air, with the smoke created from the fire in the air. We're gathered. These lyrics are so deep. I gotta look through these. Hold on, give me 1 second here. I need to look at these lyrics closely, because this is really good. I don't know if Donna wrote these or who. Gazing at the fire, burning by the water, before he speaks, the world around us quiets. So the he, who is the he here? That's I think the biggest question that I have. With eyes as sharp as arrows, turning to the fire, he clears the air and cuts it with a feather. That's just beautiful imagery, and I can just imagine by moonlight witnessing all of this. Many in a circle slowly round the fire. When he is gone, I want to know him better. That lyric right there makes me think several different things. The first thing it makes me think is, wow, it just so happens that sometimes people's interest in somebody only really manifests when they lose their life. And this happens a lot in celebrity culture, especially, where a celebrity will pass away and then all of a sudden they're getting this frenzy of attention that they never had received even during their lived life. There is not to like make myself seem very young, but I am. There's a quote from XXX Tentacion. He is a rapper who also lost his life, who was speaking on the death of another rapper named Lil Peep. I know the names are crazy, but he was speaking on Lil Peep, and he was like, man, it sucks that when people die is the time when we check them out. Like, we could have been good friends to each other. I'm paraphrasing here. We could have been good friends had I known who he was before, but I only really found out about him until after he was already gone. Amazing. And then the lyrics, no one is forsaken, no one is a liar. He plants the tree of life on our foreheads with water. This almost makes me feel like the person who is being talked about, the he, is some kind of God. Because no one can lie to God. God will already know. No one is forsaken in the eyes of God. He plants the tree of life on our foreheads with water. He's providing the sustenance for us. Creating us. Could be. That's spiritual. God, the piano. Ugh. So pretty. Wow. I like songs where Donna is a lead singer. It's a different quality of song. Oh my god. And all of the supporting instrumentation just filled this song with a lot of musical goodies. Wow, what an amazing triple reaction. Definitely hats off to you, Jeffrey, for these selections. I feel like I was all over the place with this one, but it kind of, in a good way, scrambled my brain and just caused me to feel a lot of the unique things that I wasn't expecting to in this set especially. Now, I didn't know what I was going to feel when I had the Cumberland experience with the Uber driver, but wow. This was all of that and then some, and then some. This really like shattered any possible expectation I could have ever had. Each of these tracks, goes my camera once again, each of these tracks were so unique in their own right. From Brokedown Palace, that was very melancholic and melodic at the same time, then transitioning into a very eclectic kind of song with Cumberland Palace, and then the whole synchronicity thing just blowing my mind. And then, of course, with Sunrise here and Donna taking lead, just a really cool set of songs today. I'm very grateful to you, Jeffrey, for this request. I really don't have anything else to say. I think I've said everything I should have said for these songs, so I will leave it at that. It's been a pleasure listening alongside you today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, my friends. Take care and peace.